Okay. I never laugh. I never have to.
You're doing them alone usually.
I know. And I'm much better at answering questions than having to now sit here and just listen.
Oh my god, yeah, I really hate that for you. I personally hate speaking, so
I should be the opposite.
Yeah,
You should be
I should be
interviewing
interviewing you. I hate this.
I just did a vlog about Instagram and social media and how it's changed so much since I started. Do you have an opinion about that?
First, you're so brave for doing vlogs.
Oh.
I despise putting myself on the internet.
I said I'll do it if it gets people watching.
They're watching.
Okay.
I think they're watching.
Thank you.
I don't even know what the question was. What was it?
Oh, like social media. Like, how do you use it? How has it changed?
I hate
Is it relevant? Yeah.
Our manager Maeve has officially started like taking it over. We still do things together, but it's mostly in her hands. I use it as a tool to nurture existing customers rather than acquiring. So like nurture my current community, people who know what we're about, rather than just trying to appeal to the masses on the internet.
Yeah.
So anything on our, like, let's say Instagram is just more informative about what the happenings at the store.
Okay. So it's not just about gaining new customers, it's keeping the ones you have.
Yeah. And just keeping them in the loop.
I mean, I feel like that's really smart, and it might be more relevant anyways. I mean, for people that have a store, a physical space, I also think that's much more likely that those return customers are going to be the locals and be the people that live in the area.
Yeah.
Whereas it's like, would you rather have a customer that comes in even 4 times a year and spends $20, or versus one customer that might spend 100? It's like, I want to keep seeing the same people coming in, and especially we're both doing events and things like that. Like, those people keep coming to the store versus I paid for an ad and one person bought one thing and I'll never hear about them again or something like that.
But I think that too, the difference for us is you were already big online when you did your pop-ups, whereas I just had a little Etsy. Yeah. I have like just over 6,000 followers. No big deal. Mr.
Got thousands.
90, almost like 90,000. Yeah, I have a comma in mine at least.
Yeah.
When I remember when I hit that was big.
Yeah. I remember when you hit 1,000, I feel like.
Huh?
I think I remember when you hit 1,000.
Yeah, because when I opened in Cold Spring, I didn't even have 1,000 yet.
There you go.
Yeah. So I always just kind of used it. I didn't even have the website. Once I was open, I had the website up and running. But again, my website is used mostly as a tool for locals to pre-shop. Yeah. Like to see what I have and then come in.
So it was always sort of an informative tool anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that audience is going to be more engaged and interested in your content anyways. Yeah. So I think that's smart. I mean, I'm trying to figure out now with not a lot of people really seeing our posts. It's like, again, it's cool if someone in Alaska can see Strange Ways of stuff because they can order it, but it would probably be better if someone that was local saw it and then could just pop right over and like pick it up if they saw something they liked or something they wanted to go to.
Yeah, I think for you, for Strange Ways is really important too, because you have really strong representation. So someone in Alaska who doesn't usually get to see products that they identify with.
Well, that's what I liked about having the online store. Yeah. People that were just, living wherever how they're living, and could get all this stuff because if they didn't have a store in their town that sold it, we would ship it to them. And it does suck that maybe they don't see that anymore or get the opportunity to carry all the cool stuff we have and like buy it. So I'm hoping something kind of changes, but I think it's really smart that you're using social media to nurture who you already have, already in your scope.
And things can stay in my voice that way, and it's not this intimidating thing, and it's also not too salesy that way too.
Yeah, I hate trying to just sell stuff.
It's gross.
I just like being like, look. And that's it. Just look at it. Don't you want it? I don't have to explain to you why it's cool.
Look at that one.
Yeah, I just like to be able to post it, and I'd be like, yeah, that's all I had to do because it was cool.
Yeah,
yeah. I don't have to tell you anything about it.
Cool enough that people identify with it and get it.
Yeah. It's not. It doesn't work like that anymore, though.
Yeah, like my online store, people will take my card in store because they are from the city, let's say, and they want to be able to. So, like, almost every online order I have is someone who has visited the store, or like Kristen St. Cat.
Yeah, Kristen St. Cat. Yeah.
So like she had the air freshener that sold out for her. I had it and someone bought it from me.
Yeah.
But they literally just like bought one.
And that is what's good about social media is it's happened to me too, where I still have an artist product and they've sold out and they have shared with their customers that we carry it, and then people do buy it from us. And so it's helping each other out. It's sharing. It's, hey, you might not be able to buy. I do the same thing when we run out of a product, or if I think I'm not getting it back in, I go, here's the artist, like just go buy it from them. Yeah. Like I have no problem just sharing that stuff.
Well, it's like part of the art community.
Yeah. Speaking of kind of the artists we carry and the brands we carry, we just went to a trade show. I think that's been a really
We went to
good.
a couple trade shows.
Yeah,
We had 2.
we went to 2. Well,
We were
I got COVID.
yeah.
I didn't know.
And then gave me COVID.
I didn't know.
Well, yeah. Well, that's okay.
Well, I mean, I know it's okay. What do you mean?
I think I got it because of our continued exposure to each other.
Yes. Well, when you go to Vegas and then New York.
Yeah.
I guess to clarify,
our hotel, we had to share a bed.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just deep breathing COVID on me all night.
I didn't know that I had COVID at the time. I guess I should clarify. I didn't have COVID
Oh my God,
and
yeah.
then go to the trade show.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think that's been
Super
another
spreader
really
event.
good thing about our relationship and being friends with you is like we like going to the trade shows or going to markets or talking about business, you know, it can't always be in our own heads. And we can't like I don't like going to trade shows by myself. I think you go sometimes to New York alone.
Yeah, like I have next weekend I have an overnight.
Yeah. But I always
Apparel.
find it more enjoyable and also just better to bounce stuff off another person. So we just went to Las Vegas for the Las Vegas trade show. Is it literally
Vegas
just
Market?
Vegas Market? Something
Yeah.
very generic. But we've gone to other ones. We've go to some in New York too. And I think it's worth talking about because we both try to focus on smaller brands and artists and things you don't find everywhere else.
Mhm.
And usually going to trade shows, I was like against it. I was like, why do I go to a trade show? That's like for big stores and that's for stuff that people are going to see everywhere. And, you know, I was always reaching out to artists independently, like just straight up like emailing them saying, I want to carry your stuff, going to like little markets, like maybe in the city or somewhere else where they'd have a table and I would find them and be like, hey, I want to bring you to my store. Fair opened up and made it a lot easier. And now that's a huge thing. But now it's like, actually everyone can kind of through social media or Fair find all the people that we carry, which is great for them. But it's sort of like making me now want to go to trade shows again because a lot of these small businesses don't do that or go to these opportunities to reach out to, they're not always bigger brands. They just have, I would say, better representation. I mean, some of the people at the trade shows are represented by like bigger groups. And so they'll be like in a booth where they're still small brands and makers, but they're under a collective that kind of represents their, you know, their items.
Well, I think Fair also has that algorithm. It's throttling some of the newer, smaller makers. Like
I'm
remember
not
the prints
super
that
familiar.
I got? The Intuitive Creative is her name. It was like the Pigeon Metro card.
Yeah, I do remember her.
She's on Fair, and
You just never saw it.
no.
Yeah.
And I've searched like literally New York City wall art, blah blah blah, and
Yeah.
all the same shops. What do they call them? Like super shops or
Top
something?
shops.
Top shops. Why would I not remember that?
I don't know. It's like really easy.
It's really easy to remember. Super. They all show up at the top too. So I think Fair has its own
Top shop.
Yeah, it has their own algorithm too.
I guess you're right. It's kind of like Google, where it's like they will show you kind of what you want or what's like working for them, but it's like doesn't lead you to discovering new people.
Yeah.
So even Fair's not working out for the artists, I guess, in some ways. You know, it seems like a lot of like everyone that I carry is almost on there, but it's like, are people finding you? Like, I don't know.
And is it worth whatever commission Fair is taking and all
exactly.
of that? So,
yeah.
When available, I try to order from the vendor directly or use their direct link.
Yeah. And I think maybe what the trade shows are doing too is there's smaller trade shows like you're better at names. What are the ones in New York that we go to?
They're not small though. Oh, like
well,
New
like
York
smaller
Now.
makers, yeah.
Like New York Now and Shop Object.
Shop Object is specifically what I was thinking of, but it's like I think the trade shows are also doing a better job of representing the smaller brands where you're technically just buying right from them and they're just all there. So it's not this whole Fair thing where the commission's being taken and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it actually is sort of reintroducing what I think both of our stores are about to like a bigger kind of marketplace. It's kind of like become cyclical, I guess. I had a really good time going to Vegas with you.
Everything was a business expense. It was really nice.
That's really just what I want to bring up. I want to bring up that it was fun to go again. Can we give a shout out to the bar that we went to? That Golden Gems told us about. We also get to see like the brands and talk to them.
Golden Gems didn't tell us about Double Down.
Oh,
they talked about the
sorry.
Arts District.
Okay, and that was cool.
That was cool. But I knew about Double Down Saloon because they coming from the airport. You pass it and it's attached to a dispensary.
Oh, yes.
And so I was like, oh, I saw this, and we happened to go on Freakorama night.
Double Down Saloon Freakorama was amazing.
Like one of the best things I've ever done in my life.
There was
the demon shots.
Demon shots were the the dancers would spit the shot in your mouth and slap you. None of us did it though.
No.
I said I would do it if
And
someone
yet you
bought me
still
it.
got COVID. We could have done it. We didn't do it because we were afraid we were going to get COVID.
I didn't do it because I thought it would look like trashy, and I'm classier than that.
Done a hot dog eating contest.
There was a hot dog eating contest. You should have done
that. She was like, "We need hot girls," and I was like, "I don't know if I."
You mean hot girls or girls that want to eat hot dogs?
And I was like, "Fuck." We made direct eye contact when she said that too, and I was like, "I'm like an introverted extrovert."
You should have done it. We should have egged each other on.
Yeah.
We were. I think we were both just shocked at how cool it was that we were like, whoa.
Yeah.
We don't know if we can be a part of this. Like everyone there was really.
It makes me want to move to Vegas.
I think something that you do really well that I don't really have to focus on in my store is you focus on apparel.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of what I carry is fashion accessories, and I think a lot of what retail stores out there right now are like they're kind of just gift shops, which is fine and cool. But you actually have apparel at your store, and I'd just be curious to kind of hear about how you're able to maintain that and how you kind of carry that.
Well, I've always been interested in fashion and fashion merchandising, and apparel makes up about like 70%. It's like 70% of my business, actually. The need for it actually in town, affordable apparel that's like locals were like, I have nowhere I can just go and get like a t-shirt.
Yeah.
So the thing about the apparel in my store is it's actually like small batch. Mm-hmm. So you pre-order it and they only make a certain amount.
Okay.
So that's the biggest waste in the fashion industry is the excess.
Yeah. And it's probably also better for you because you can just plan ahead, like how many pieces you need, and like it's all like set to go if you're planning well, I guess.
Yeah, if I have it together that week. And like building collections and things like that. Yeah, and so I can have less micro trend pieces and more items that are going to absorb into your wardrobe.
Yeah.
Or are so cool standalone that like you build your outfit around that piece.
And you just trust your gut on what styles and cuts to carry. Okay, that's where I can't. I'm just like, I don't know. I just wear t-shirts and I basically maybe to what you're saying.
I can't dress myself. Like I have the hardest time. I'm like a t-shirt and like jeans.
Yeah.
But I buy all these really interesting pieces and I kind of have the customer in mind of who it would be for.
Okay.
But it's so much fun shopping for other people.
Yeah.
But like it's also like this is kind of weird. Hope you like it.
I like shopping for myself. I just carry everything in the store that I want and hope other people like it.
Well, that's how life, like the home and the other like lifestyle pieces are. And then the apparel, like I will keep like, the denim and the core things. Yeah, it's interesting because like I like all the pieces that I carry and they pique my interest, but they're not something that necessarily I would wear.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
no, that makes sense.
That won't fit my body this way.
Like I can appreciate something and think someone else would want it, but not necessarily for me.
Yeah.
I think I still just buy stuff that I want. I don't know. Maybe it'll change.
And so, like, it's just cute. That's how I shop. You're like, oh, that's cute. That's cute.
That's cute. And
you just pet the clothing.
That's cute.
That's cute.
I go, that's cool. What does that say? I need this. The best thing when a customer comes in and goes, I need this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did my job.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like no question.
Discovery. And then when people like come in and they are like, it's like unsuspecting, I guess, from the outside, and then they come in and like I blow their mind. It's so flattering. I bet people say I'm their favorite store. They go out of their way, like when they're coming from the city to go upstate.
See, I need to take that positive approach because when people come in and they're like, "This store is really cool," I'm like, "Did you think it was gonna suck?" Like I take it negatively. I'm like, "Yeah." Why did you think it was gonna be bad? But I should take it more positively. But I'm
no. It's when they're like looking at everything and then they're like, cute store, and then but like they have spent an hour in there touching everything and then not getting
love everything.
Yeah, good
bye.
And you're like, what? But then I like to think of it like maybe they'll remember us in the future.
Yes, they will. They keep you in mind. Mm-hmm. They know they like it. Maybe they didn't have money right now. They weren't planning to buy anything. They just wandered in.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm coming on 10 years. Not to talk about me, but
when is 10 years?
It's kind of now, to be honest. Technically, it's 10 years right now. I had the online store in September 2014. I started the storefront a year later, but like I just consider when I started the business 10 years. So I just hit 10 years, and you're hitting.
Well, I opened in 2013 as far as like starting Fort George.
Like, did you register your business?
Yeah, in Connecticut, but then I dissolved that LLC and reopened made a new LLC in New York State.
So how many years are you considering?
28. I just counted 2018.
Okay.
Established technically in 2013.
Okay. Oh, well then before me. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Interesting. Well, we've both been at this for a while, and so now what you're saying at 6 years?
Yeah, I just celebrated 6 years in May.
Okay.
So I'm in my 7th year now.
I was gonna say, do you think you're gonna keep doing this?
We could get into it if you want to get into it.
At drinks later. Like, where do you see retail going? I mean, a lot of people say retail's dying. Even big, corporations are closing or being bought out together and then squished together, and small businesses are opening, but then others close. Like, where do you see retail kind of going, I guess, in the next 5 years?
Like other people's retail?
Just retail in general. And yours for sure.
Well, I think election years are actually always down for the economy.
That's what I read. I just don't really understand.
A lot of people don't have. Oh, my leg's cramping. Okay. A lot of the election years, retail will typically be down, but so we'll go back up hopefully next year.
Okay.
I think keeping forward with your values, listening to your customer, nurturing that customer that you already have, being part of the community, I think is absolutely essential to the longevity. They say 80% of your business is made by 20% of the same customers.
Oh, see these business tips.
So that was a wrong delivery on that. But yeah, I've had the same top customer every single year since I opened. Jane, she was at the party.
I met her.
Yeah, she's so sweet.
She looks like your customer. It's a good thing.
She's a librarian. She's amazing.
But she was dressed really cool.
She was wearing all Fort George.
Oh, well, there you go. You get her candy bar every year?
Wine.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to assume people drink.
Well, she comes in with the bag from the wine store.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
like last year, the year before, not this past holiday, the year before that, I ran a report of my top 15 customers for the past year, and I mailed them a candle. I made a special candle with a thank you label and then mailed it to them.
I don't do that to my top customers.
I think overall the cost per everything was $25 a customer, and it was just I'm thinking about that.
No, it's really nice. Yeah. Do you have a rewards program?
No.
Ha! I have that at least.
Yeah. Well,
so they get rewards automatically.
Oh, see, I never knew how to offer that because a lot of as far as top customers go, they don't care about the discount. So it's hard. I don't know. I have to figure out the correct reward for people.
I just don't want to feel bad, so I tried to make myself feel better.
We have a 10% You're Awesome discount.
How do you give that?
You just apply to whatever items.
Oh, I thought you decided. You're you're not awesome.
Oh, well, we decide who to give it to.
It doesn't seem right.
No, well, just you're vibing with someone. You're having a great time.
Okay.
So you just throw on so when they look at they don't know they got it. So when they look at they'll see 10%. You're awesome.
I am not a good business person.
You are a good business person. I care so deeply about the community that I'm in. Not that saying that you don't care about me, but we're a smaller village. So many repeat people.
Well, no, it makes sense. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
I think that talking about the future of retail, it's retail and just stores and even restaurants, businesses in general are going to survive because you do care, because the business does care. It's that is why it will thrive, because people will have a good thought of them in their mind. They'll want to come back. They will think of them when they need something. They will want to just be in the space.
And if you remember something about them too, it just shows you care and you're listening. And it's not just a money grab of.
And I feel a lot of the big businesses, what they're trying to do is convenience and cheap prices and, all this stuff. But then you go in and you never see the same person all the time who's working there, and they have horrible customer service, or I don't know, it's not about the experience. It's just about getting the cheapest, fastest thing. And
even other small businesses,
we can't compete with that anyways.
A lot of small businesses will be only open, small shops, will be in a tourism kind of area, and they'll only be open Thursday through Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of message does that send to your local customer? I'm not going to be here on weekdays.
Yeah.
Here
it's just for people that aren't from here, basically. Yeah.
So, there's one thing where you're in Nantucket, that's totally different. But I'm in a community, a thriving community, I'm there who I'm there for.
Yeah. We're gonna wrap this up.
Okay.
Do you have any tips? I mean, you've already kind of talked about, I think, a lot of insight into owning a business and kind of reasons why you think yours does well and why other businesses do well. Do you have anything on your mind just to say to someone that was thinking about starting a store or opening a business?
I'm trying to think of like a non-financial one.
It could be financial.
One of my tips would definitely be trusting your gut in your like first couple of buys. I would only buy like 4 of something and it would sell out in a weekend and it would take me weeks to get it back again. So I kind of like hurt myself by playing it being a little too cautious in the beginning.
I always tell people to not go into it for the money. Because
I mean,
you're not going to make money probably, first of all, and you're going to hate it.
Yeah. Like my goal, like literally just live and not have a boss.
Yeah. Like go into something that you actually do care about because you're going to be doing it all the time.
Yeah.
You're not doing it just when the store is open. You're always working or it's always on your mind every day, all the time. And so if you don't care about it, not passionate about it, if you don't know what you're talking about, it's not going to work out probably. Yeah. So if people are like, I want to start a business to like even leave my job, work for myself, it's like, well, what are you going to be able to do that's any different or any better than what someone's already doing? And I think that is passion, and that is because you care about it and you will figure out a way to make it better.
Yeah. And like truly looking at like what your day-to-day is going to look like. You know, what are your bills for the first 6 months? How much is the bare minimum that you need to make to be able to make it for the first 6 months to a year? Or if you can't save that, can you write it into your loan? So you write pay for yourself into your loan.
See, I talk about passion, you talk about money.
That makes it sound so capitalistic.
No, it's smart. It's smart,
well,
is what I'm saying.
You covered passion, so
you got to yeah. But no, it's really smart because I think that also, people don't necessarily think, how is this going? It is still a business that you need to make money off of to continue, one, to continue it, and two, to live.
Yeah.
Because to what you're talking about, you can't just thrive off passion and loving it. You need to pay your rent and all that stuff too. Yeah. So it is smart to pay attention to what you're buying and what your expenses are, especially at the start.
But like passion is what had me driving an hour and a half one way,
right,
5 days a week for 2 years straight. So you really got to believe in what you're doing.
Yeah. I believe in you.
Thanks. I believe in you.
Cool.
I believe in our future shop together.
One day.
One day.
All right. I think that's it.
Let's wrap.
Thank you for watching this till the end.